Hello everyone, it's Coin here, and today I have a new speed drawing, and it's inspired by the K&K show, and he told me like, oh, you should make like a sword, and I was like, I can do that. So I started with some ideas for a sword design, and I was very inspired by like the anime and manga Sugar Sugar Rune, because I really like the crystal hearts in that series. And as usual, my sketching process were accidentally deleted, as usual. So this is the sketch when it's done, and I usually color it in black, like turn it into black and white, because it's easier to color it later, as you can kind of it makes it easier to see what is done and what needs to be fixed. So I started with a base color, and I really tried to do like Sakimi-chan. I know, so geeky, but anyway, so I wanted like a harsh light, and yeah, I didn't really know what colors I want. I never know what colors I want. I know it's really bad. You should like choose those beforehand. But you know, sometimes you gotta be a bit of a bad girl and don't follow that rule. So as you can see, I put on like a light source, the base colors of the eyes, and I start sketching on the nose. I usually don't make like the small noses, but I don't know, I kind of wanted to make it more like how tiny anime noses are. And here I'm kind of struggling with the eyelashes, I think I changed them, or I just build them up, because I hope that will fix everything, like more eyelashes to people. That's just stupid, but it kind of worked. Yeah, I think I will keep it like that. And then I start with the mouth, and I kind of want her to look like she's angry, kind of, sort of, like at least so she doesn't look emotionless. She should have some emotions, I think. And yeah, the hair was really easy because she doesn't have much how do you say it, shifting lights. She has kind of mostly the base color and some darker parts. And the pose, I really wanted like a pose that would symbolize like, oh, I'm going to fucking stab you. But yeah, I suck at like fighting poses. So that's kind of the challenge with this drawing. Like after the K&K show, I was inspired to make a sword, and then I wanted to make like a badass fighting pose, and yeah, this is how it ended. So when I have done the hair and the face and everything, I wanted to finish the sword, because I know I'm not a huge fan of drawing like swords and items in general. I much prefer drawing humans, or female humans, or demon humans, like the female gender, because I just think females are easier to draw, probably because I've drawn more. So I started with some base colors and tried to line up the sketch so I could draw the hearts, and I kind of tried to make it like pointy because I wanted it to look like crystals. and this took fucking forever. Yeah, this was very boring, and I used all the tutorial skills that the K&K show about the episode about this, how to make a sword not sword, and I followed that because yeah, it really helped to like duplicate, so it's the same on both sides. And I really liked how it looked. Like, it has such a princessy, magical girl theme over the whole sword. So I really like that. And the handle of the sword, as you can see, it's very inspired by like angel wings, or yeah, like a angel, because in the sketch the girl was supposed to have like a halo, but later removed. No, not a halo. I think she got a princess not Gloria crown, but I removed that as well. And a princess halo. Maybe I should add that. Comment below if you think I should add like a halo or like the crown I was supposed to include but never did. That happens a lot with my sketches. Like, I sketch out like, oh, she should have this bracelet, and then in the final product I'm like forgetting about it because maybe the skin is covering the sketch, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I think it's finished now, and it's not, but yeah, it feels like it should be finished, so yeah. Does that happen to anyone else? Maybe. So when I wanted to color the crystals in the sword, I tried to make in the sword I tried to make like a gradient effect, because I thought that would be easier. I looked up some like tutorials how to make crystals, and yeah, this is my interpretation. Like, I have never made a crystal before, as you probably would see. Like, in the end of the video I'm kind of good at making the crystals, I think, but here I'm just trying to figure out how to build up the crystal. And then I'm working on some special effects, because I think special effects will save me. It will not, but you know, you can always dream a little. See? I think this crystal looks kind of cute. At least better than I thought it would turn out. And I was proud of it. I mean, the first crystal I ever make, and it's a heart-shaped one. That's kind of hard. And here I'm working on some other crystal, and I'm kind of doing the same method as I did with the heart one throughout the whole drawing. Like, drawing one side, duplicate, use your special effects, draw some lightning stuff, some yeah, make it sparkle, and they will be blinded by the beautifulness, and they will not notice all the wrong shit you have done to the drawing. Yeah, and now it's the blue crystal. I didn't really know what I wanted to like do with it, because yeah, it has such a weird shape. It's like I have a dripping effect as well as the crystal effect. In the end, I think I just treated it as a normal gem, or like my weird type of gems as I invented through this drawing process. And yeah, some easy shading on those small, like they look like kind of pearls, kind of, or like circle formed gems. Yeah, then I had to blend in the inner parts of the sword, because I wanted to make like an edge on the side where the blade is the sharpest, as I'm doing here, and I thought I needed like more room. I didn't really plan for the sharp edge. So now I was done with the sword, and I kind of tried to pose it with the arms. I think it did. After that I started working on the arms again, and I think the arm turned out pretty good in the end, but they were such a pain in the ass because I'm a lazy ass bitch and don't ever find the reference photos. I know that's shitty as hell, but yeah, I couldn't find those. And it post, like when you try to look for reference, at least for me, I look and I can never find a reference like doing the shit I wanted to do, and then I'm like, what? Like I can't post like that. No one can take a picture of me doing that. It's embarrassing. So I just imagine and hope for the best. I know I could probably do much better, but yeah, doesn't we all hate hands and arms and every part of the drawing body? Oh. So now I tried to make like the dress, so I had to plan out for the boobies. I realized, oh, I have no room for boobies. I have to make the dress, not dress, but the bodysuit a bit bigger. Yeah, well planned. And I wanted to make like stockings with, you know, the nice gradient effect and those design parts at the top to give it the picture at least some more details, because it's like I get lazy with details and I never finish them. And I get lazy with details. I never actually add too many details. And this is a really good tips if you want to make stockings. Just make the layer like a dark gray, and then you pick the color of the skin and turn down the opacity on the brush, and then set it to like a soft brush, and then gently stroke it, and it looks like it's skin underneath, and the fabric has, yeah, it looks good, I think, at least. The top part was really hard. I think I used too black of a color, and yeah, it was a mess. I don't even think I changed it. And those heels were pretty easy to draw. Sometimes heels are a pain in the ass, and sometimes they are really easy. So now I started drawing the fluffy part of the dress. This was kind of easy, like put on a base color and then I think I gradiated it. Let's see. Yeah, I gradiated it, maybe. And then I used like a fluffy brush and kind of try to make the consistence of the dress look fluffy. So now I'm starting to thinking about the background. I googled like pictures of skies, etc., because I wanted like an inspiration on how I wanted it, and I inserted the picture and modified it, and then I looked for like a ground texture. In the end I don't know, even I think I found this hill one, and then I changed the color of it, I think. Yeah, I modified that one as well. Because sometimes it's easier to imagine the background if you have used existing pictures to and modify so you can get like the feeling right. Yeah, and I modified the colors of the picture, and then I started to work over the picture, because I don't want to take the actual picture. I actually want to have done drawing it myself, so I kind of add like how I want the picture to look, like add more blue sky. Yeah, and then I started working on the guy. Like I had so much trouble with drawing this guy. Like I have told you before, I don't usually draw male characters that often. I think I actually cut out like the struggling process of drawing this guy. Yeah, I think I cut it out mostly, but as with the girl, I inserted like a base color, and then I worked my shades up, and then I was unhappy with the back, so I tried to color it with a sweatshirt. And then I wanted to make like a cool design on the back of it, and yeah, you will see that later. I think, no, I started working on the hair because I wanted this drawing, because the female, she kind of has this badass sword. I kind of wanted him to have like a crown or something, so I used the sword and in like the early stages and made it and like just base colors without the shading, and then I used the same colors in the crown, and I tried some different designs. I wasn't too happy with any of them, but yeah, I kind of got lazy in the end. I wanted like a wave, because the blueness in the swords looks like yeah, some watery stuff. Yeah, I spent kind of some time with this, and then in the end I will not use it. Like I turned it all to black. I'm like, this was so worth it. Like I'm so proud of myself. And then I used like the overlay or something, so that it maxes with the skin. I made his skin tone a bit darker because it's easier to work with the lighting if you make the skin tone darker and then you just remove the darkness. Yeah, his back looks awful. Remember, I cut out when it looked like, yeah, it was worse, much worse, I promise. In the end, I was so ashamed of that back. I was like, I need to give him long, luscious hair. That will forgive everything, okay? If your guy back looks like shit, give him long, luscious hair. That's all I got to say. and he has such a weird like angle, so I tried yeah, I tried to make it in that angle, but it looks more like he's looking in the wrong direction. Be prepared for an ugly face. Yeah, I warned you. He looks like shit. But yeah, I will work. Like usually my faces, especially guy faces, they look like apes or something. And then I work on them, and they turn out pretty okay in the end, I think. I'm kind of happy with how he turns out in the end. Don't worry, it's not finished, I promise you. And as I was drawing this, because I gave him long luscious hair, I have never drawn like white hair before, so that was kind of a struggle. Yeah, here I'm trying to make him do the grin, because I wanted him to look like wahahaha, I'm so evil, even what he looks like. Yeah. So with the hair I selected a base color, used some gradients, and then I put on like a darker color to the later, put on like lighter and lighter colors, and work my way through it. It's kind of hard with white hair color, I realized. So here I'm working on the pants. I made them have like a jeans texture. I tried at least, and make his luscious bum appear beautiful. Or at least tried. Yeah, probably too dark. I probably shouldn't have made it that dark, and here I'm trying to make like the typical jeans. Yeah, you know what, the jean, you know where you put the the belt. And then I continue with the struggle of the hair. Wow, so amusing. Like tips for making great hair is to use the, like, scale down the brush and make finer hairs at the like at the tip of the hair. Not the tip, but like the edges of the hair. It makes it look more real, even though you probably suck at drawing hands. Just be real. Yeah. I'm trying to add some blue shades because it can never be fully white, even though it didn't go too great. So here I'm re-adding the scary tooth from the early phases of his ugly face. But yeah, he looks much better now, and I'm kind of surrender to drawing that angle, and kind of drew it more to the side. And I gave him some like smiley wrinkles. I think that it looks good on him. And here I try to cover up the ugly back even more with some special effects, because special effects can save your ass. That's what I believe in. And here I'm kind of wanted to make, like, you know, those professional photos with those amazing light effects. Yeah. And I tried to give her some lighting effects as well. I tried some different ones. So here I'm finally doing the bodysuit. It did only take like the whole picture for me to finish this. Yeah, this was quite easy. Like, yeah, I was kind of lazy, I think. But it looks good from like afar. And I kind of wanted to make her more edgy, so I gave her like this shine. And yeah, here I'm trying to make her eyes glow because his eyes are glowing. So yeah, I know you can't be sexist. You have to give her glowing eyes as well. So here I'm kind of like making all the layers together and try to fix the color overall in the picture, because sometimes when I draw the colors aren't the best. I know I should study color theory, but yeah, it's not the most fun. Like, I study a lot of things anyway, so maybe when I'm older. So here, like, I saw a guy do a video like, oh, copy Sakimi-chan style, you can make, and he made like layers, like one blue and one green and one red, and I have no idea why, and then he like changed different things. It looked kind of good, but I don't think I in the end understood this theory. I just kind of tried it. I had no idea what I'm doing, but in the end it turned out pretty good, this drawing. I like it. Don't worry, I will draw some extra fat on her, not chest, but yeah, ribs. Don't worry, she will get some. And here I'm working on the lightning again, some more Sakimi-chan inspired lightning with extreme effects. I tried that. And I know his arm is a bit fucked up, but I worked like an hour, which aren't included in here, just to fix that, and it never fixed. It just looked worse. So yeah, live with it. I want to draw something else. So here I'm working on some special effects, you know, trying to save the drawing. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to color desaturate the picture, and I always go to more bluish colors. I don't know why, my eyes just prefer the bluish tint. Yeah, I know he turned out purple in the end. You weren't expecting that, right? Yeah, here I'm just fixing some small mistakes, I guess. I'm kind of happy with his face. I mean, I don't draw guys that often, and so that's why I have tried to, how do you say it, challenge myself with some hard to draw guy faces. So yeah, I fixed his glowing eyes, and yeah. I tried to do like some vampire blood. Didn't work out. And yeah, it's starting to get to the end. That's my logo. Yeah, I fixed the horns. I should probably have done it before I made all the layers the same, because this was such a struggle. I kind of like how his horns turn out. Yeah. I think the highlights of this drawing is definitely the upper parts of the drawing. The hand and the smoke and the back and yeah, his arm overall looks awful. But anyway, I'm really hope you enjoyed this drawing, and like and subscribe, and yeah, comment below what you liked about it, and maybe suggestions on the future drawings. Yeah. See ya. Bye.